Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a specific message for a specific group of people in the collective. So if you do feel drawn in any sort of way to the title, to the thumbnail, if this pops up randomly, then it could be for you. So just take what resonates, of course, and trust your intuition. I did channel some messages here, and I will also go into the cards a bit to expand further on the message. So I actually did try to record this a few times, and I think part of the reason is because there is a message in that. So the first thing I was picking up on, the main thing actually that I'm picking up on that I'll put in the title, is let spirit take care of you. And there's a need for gentleness and calm and softness for someone, which is why it also feels like there was some resistance when I was trying to pick up on the message or record the message here. Because what they were showing me was, for whoever this is going to be for, you've been so used to pushing, whether this is overworking yourself or trying too hard or chasing things, even if you have not intentionally been doing so. They're showing me a record kind of going backwards, like a tape rewinding itself backwards. And they kept saying that, let spirit take care of you. And they were giving me the words gentle, natural, calm. And they were then showing me the analogy of you, the viewer, as a diamond. And I was hearing that diamonds can take a lot of pressure, but not everybody gets to be a diamond or have a diamond or have kind of the position or the title of a diamond. And this feels to be for a group of you where, whether it's in a physical way or a spiritual way, you have reached the title or the status of a diamond. Not that you are necessarily, like better than somebody else or better than other people, but there's something very protected, very sacred, and very guided by spirit with you at this moment. And I was actually drawn to pick up the Starseed Oracle. So maybe some of you do resonate with being a starseed. I know a lot of times when I channel messages, a lot of people on the channel do resonate with that, but you don't have to. And they were also showing me the collective. This could be people around you, but it could just be the general collective was in an energy of chaos and even a lot of negativity or evil eye. And then they showed me this vision of you again over on your own corner and the energy about calm and protected and gentleness and flow, and with that diamond. So I'm hearing a special connection with spirit. Yeah, this definitely feels for a group of you. And again, it's not to say that they just keep showing that there's something that you have a very special, sacred connection with spirit. And you'll feel that, they're saying. You're going to kind of feel that in your veins, in your bones. It's something that you just know. So maybe you have always felt different, or you've always felt that there's some kind of very special connection that you do have with spirit. And the message keeps coming up to flow. And I feel like I'm kind of slowing down here too for this reading, because I feel like some of you need to hear it, that some of you are absorbing a lot of energy from people around you as well. And there's a lot of messages here about timing, divine timing and patience. I'm hearing we don't collect all of the fruits in the basket overnight. And they're showing this basket of fruits. And it's like you have a couple of apples in there, or you have like a banana, a couple of apples, but you maybe don't have the entire basket of fruit overflowing. So maybe some of you are worried about finances, or you feel like you need to work really hard for your abundance. Either you feel that actively and you feel very stressed right now, or there's a lot of adversity around you, or you feel very too many things kind of going on. Or this could even just be picking up on spiritually and energetically, that you are somebody that is working towards that in the spiritual kind of, aspect of things, but also in the physical world. but there's something about patience and slowing down right now and letting Spirit take care of you. They really want someone to hear this message. It feels very strong. It feels like something to where this would be for you if you, again, have been over pushing yourself, overworking yourself, or if you've been trying to meet a certain demand that you've been putting on yourself or other people have been putting on you, or maybe you've been comparing yourself to other people, like how much they're doing or how much they appear to be doing versus you. There's a very slow energy here. And they keep saying that over and over, that Spirit is protecting you. Let Spirit take care of you. And so I'll pull some cards in a minute here, but it could even be for some of you, this is for your protection. So for whatever specific reason that would be, maybe Spirit is coming in with a protective message to say that there's a reason why things are not moving too quickly right now, or there's a reason that if you found this at this exact moment and you're being called to step back or to slow down, there may be some sort of reason that is beyond your scope right now that they want you to consider, and just kind of, again, gentle. I kept hearing that gentle, calm, natural, soft. And you've reached a certain status spiritually, or with this diamond reference, whatever that is. For some, it could be like you actually have reached a certain position in like work or career, where maybe that could be specific, specific. Maybe you have just got promoted with something. But for others of you, this is very spiritual. And maybe you were used to having to do different kinds of work that you now don't have to do as much. And again, they're showing me little helpers all around you, almost like something with like elves or something, like little helpers that are helping you at this moment. And when I did shuffle this deck here, we do have the Princess at the bottom. And I'm hearing let yourself feel this way. So whatever you personally, it doesn't matter gender, but whatever you personally can do to make yourself feel like that diamond that you are. So maybe it's taking care of yourself. Maybe it's taking extra time to slow down and take note of how far you've come or what you accomplished that day. Something feels like slowing down and breathing here. Okay, these flew out. The wolf could be a spirit animal for someone, a confirmation for you. Yeah, and some of you, I'm hearing, you could resonate with being a lone wolf. This could definitely be with the diamond, with the image they were showing me of you being alone over here and everyone else kind of in the collective, or not everyone, but like people who are either around you in your day-to-day, that could be, or just the general collective, or in some kind of energy of chaos. It could be right now as well, like when I'm doing the reading, or when you find this, maybe there's something, extra, I don't know, going on in the collective that is causing a lot of disruption or chaos, and you're supposed to be shielded and protected from that. For a lot of you, I do feel here that there's some kind of very sacred knowledge that you have that you're supposed to be sharing with the world, but also is a part of this protection. There's something about a handkerchief here. I don't know if that means something for somebody. I just heard, when's the last time you checked in with yourself? Yeah, so take it where it applies. Maybe some of you need to check in with yourself. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands in reverse. They're showing me that basket of fruit again. So there's a few things coming up here for the message. For some of you as well, it could be a separate group of you, or it could be the same group. There could be something about what can you do to have some kind of passion reignited. Maybe you feel a bit bored, or maybe there is something that you feel called to invigorate, some kind of passion or fire or creative spark, or it could be something that would be like checking in with yourself. What is it that you need? What else, Spirit? They're also showing me a sauna. There's a lot of things coming up here, so let me just kind of go step by step. The Death card, the Moon in reverse, the Seven of Swords. Here we do have the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Cups in reverse at the bottom. Again, I'm hearing that. When's the last time you checked in with yourself? Knight of Wands. So again, I don't know how this exactly will fit with everyone, but there's something of maybe this is like you're ignoring your own needs because you're trying too hard with something, or I don't know, trying to push yourself too much. And it seems like that's what keeps coming through, like to not worry about that because Spirit's taking care of you, but maybe instead needing to check in with yourself. A sauna could be useful for somebody or beneficial for somebody, or that could just be how they're showing it, like purging out old energies with the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups. I'm hearing in places that you've forgotten. Yeah, so there's something hidden here with the Moon and the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, in places that you've forgotten. So maybe this is kind of a deeper message here that's coming through, where there's parts of yourself or places within yourself that you have not given attention to for a long time. It could be around like the sacral chakra area. It could be about inspiring passion in your life, reinvigorating that with this Knight of Wands. Yes, we have time out and forgiveness. So this could be two separate, because I'm kind of getting like these exact, or not exact, but these two streams of energy and from different kind of angles, or they could be the same group of you, or this could be two separate messages here, or it could wrap together. It feels like maybe, because it feels like with this Queen of Swords, this is the main like kind of person watching. You could be an air sign, you don't have to be, but you definitely are needing a timeout here, as we have seen that there's a message to slow down, and to maybe, it could even be like avoiding slowing down because of the overworking, like we had picked up on in the message. If you're so used to pushing, or if you're so used to working too hard, even if, because maybe that could be the part of this that's a bit hidden, even if you don't think that you're doing that, it could be maybe in the mind, if it's not something that you're actually working too hard, like at your job, or if you're not pushing too much, or if you're, it could be something that is like operating in the background, like a program running in the background, that you're always maybe worried about something, or maybe there's some kind of, something is replaying in the background, and maybe even too many guards are up, or walls that you've put up here, which is why they keep saying that they're trying to take care of you. Spirit's trying to take care of you. So it feels like a bit of a layered thing here. I mean, it also could be that with this forgiveness, that could be overlapping in this message for whoever this is for, that there may be certain people or things that you have not allowed yourself to look into, or to forgive yourself for, or to forgive somebody else for, which has contributed kind of to this endless cycle that's been going on, or the pushing energy. So I think with this diamond reference, and Spirit asking for you, when's the last time that you've taken care of yourself or looked at yourself? Yeah, self-discipline, and we have surrender, because it feels a bit resistant. There's almost like something that feels a bit resistant here. The numbers 91 and 41 I'm hearing could be significant for somebody. Maybe somebody's born in 91, or you are 41 years old. Yeah, I'm hearing it doesn't have to be this tough. And that's kind of how I feel channeling it too. Like it's kind of taken a while to get into like, what's the main message here? Something feels very tough. Like there's a tough exterior here. So for whoever's watching, it's like you definitely do embody these qualities of the Queen of Swords, which can be a good energy to be in at times, but it can also keep us guarded from the world, or it can keep us shielded from, in this reading, I'm getting like from maybe having fun or doing things that bring you more joy, maybe even having to disconnect or walk away from things that you've held on to. It doesn't have to be this hard. There's showing me a lot of black smoke circling around this reading. And I feel like that's what this maybe clutter is for some of you. Here's the same message here. Love yourself. I do feel like someone really needs to check in with themselves and ask what it is that you need to feel better or to feel like you are in flow. Do what you love. What is this about let Spirit take care of you? Let's look in a little bit more to that. Let Spirit take care of you. What else, Spirit, would you like to say here? Count your blessings. They're showing me also ocean waves just crashing in and crashing out or going out. Yeah, here's the mermaid. So that could be a sign for somebody as well. Or you could be a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yes, we have the banana. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. Maybe this is a short message here because it kind of feels like that's the extent of the message, but there's definitely like a bit of a quietness coming up here. And I think that makes sense with the reading, and it's going to make sense for whoever's going to resonate with it. That, again, it's like you embody these very wise spirit. You're definitely someone who has a lot of spiritual wisdom, and you are an old soul, but that can make you feel isolated at times. That could make you feel like, I mean, it's like with this diamond, that is you are the diamond, but as the amount of pressure that the diamond can take can become overwhelming sometimes. And so I think the message here really is for someone to really look after yourself right now, slow down, and ask what it is that you can do here to lift yourself up, to start something new, to, with that Ace of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands, like invigorate some kind of creative potential or passion, or maybe it's about relationships even, something that you can open that door for yourself to not push so much or not isolate so much, or both. So even if, again, for some of you, it's that you can actually resonate with that you push too much, that you can see that about yourself, or you work too hard. But if that's not the case, it's almost more so of the boundaries that you've set around yourself, or the kind of, it's almost like I'm trying to channel this through like thick water, if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to swim through the water, but there's a lot of resistance. And I think that's also, again, this energy of focusing on this is what Spirit's saying here, the things that these two cards say. And it does say here too, count your blessings. And we have here too, gratitude list, positive vibes attract desires. So of course, take it how it's going to apply for you, but it does kind of feel a bit of a low energy in this reading. It feels a bit like, again, hard to get through, or hard to move the heavy, dense water out, through, which is not a reflection of who you are at your highest potential, or who, and actually here's the moon. I didn't see that with the water. Yeah, so this could be how you feel. And I think surrender, I'm hearing once you surrender, the doors unlock. Yeah, once you surrender, the doors unlock. So someone definitely needs to hear that. Let's just pull one final card, but I think I'm going to leave it there after that. I think try to check in with yourself, surrender the resistance, and acknowledge your wisdom and your spiritual position for a lot of you with this whale and the Queen of Swords. But at the same time, let things in. Let spirit in, definitely. But let also love in. It could even be friendships or new relationships. They're showing me a candle, like one of those taper candles, and it's like the flame keeps going off and then back on and off and back on. Okay, we do have activated earth, power lines, ley lines, trust where you're led. That's it. That is a message here I'm hearing for somebody very specifically. It won't be for everyone, but there could be a specific place on the earth that you either want to move to or travel to, and you're being strongly led there for a reason. So trust that instead of fighting it. But I also feel like in general, with the candle flame, Spirit's trying to lead you right now to certain places, people, or things that will help you to come out of this energy. And for some, it could even be with the lingerie here. It could even possibly be like a relationship that you are trying to be guided to by Spirit. I'm hearing for a new beginning. Yeah, for a new beginning. Here's this whale again. So definitely some of you with this whale, you definitely could resonate with this starseed energy. Very deep, old, wise soul, and also wolf. I'll probably put that in the title, maybe a wolf and a whale. Yes, we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. You've got the love, codependency, Hadarian energy, boundaries. You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings, inner earth. I'm hearing allow it to all balance out. And they're showing me something that almost has to be left alone to re-collaborate itself and to rebalance. So it's, I don't know what that would be, what kind of example I could use, but like if you leave something that maybe it's like it has to kind of be left alone for everything to balance out, for like all of the ingredients inside kind of the body and in the self to reach a certain equilibrium or a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a certain, yeah, just a certain balance and equilibrium here. And I think that's what this is. And yeah, this is at the bottom. I didn't see moderation and completion. You're not, I'm hearing you're not wrong. You're not, something like you're not wrong or you're not on the wrong path. So maybe some of you are wondering that or questioning that or thinking that maybe you're on the wrong path, especially if you have been met with a lot of resistance or if there is a lot of things that feel, they're showing me a bunch of, for someone specific, it could actually be about your location. That won't be for everyone, but there's some kind of confusion about where to go, where to live, or maybe even just where am I supposed to go next? There's some kind of confusion here, I feel. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Judgment reversed. Yeah, they're showing me one of those, I don't know what they're called. I think that, yeah, the magic 8 balls, you shake it and it gives you an answer. So there's definitely like some kind of confusion here. And for a lot of you, it's going to be confusion about something with your, either your finances, your career, your living situation, where to live, where to go. So that could just be incorporated somehow in this message or what you're being called. We have this word surrender twice here too. And for someone, there's like a, maybe this is a side note branching in. I am hearing for someone that you may have to be very honest with yourself about letting something go at this point that is not working or won't happen or is just not part of the plan somehow. And that could be a part of whatever this pushing is. Is there any final message here, Spirit, for this reading? Because it almost feels a bit incomplete at the same time, but that's also part of the surrender, I think. Yeah, okay, they're saying lavender. We have lavender and we have the forest. Wow, so we also have the cabin here. So all of these are talking about slowing down pretty much. Get outside, breathe fresh air. slow down. We have bring calm, gentle and soft. Those are the words I had heard. Yeah. So it's pretty clear. I think that's really what the message is. Someone needs to slow down, surrender. And they're actually saying this is a reprogramming as well. So even if you can't really see that at the moment, there's some kind of reprogramming happening for you where somehow you've been used to that, or you think that you need to push, or you think that you have to do something to get something in return. And you're supposed to be entering into a time now where you're being taken care of by spirit. And not only that, but doing things that you love, living life from a place of love. And that is extending on a few different topics of doing things that you love, maybe for your passion in work, a career path that you love, self-love, and also just in general with this happiness here. And also possibly for some of you, inviting in love through friendships and romantic partners. I'm hearing you've stretched yourself far enough, and now it's time to ease into this here. You've stretched yourself far enough. You're already the diamond. You don't have to force yourself anymore to become the diamond, or to convince yourself or to convince anyone that you're the diamond, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just being shown somebody curling up and reading a book. So yeah, just right now, I think that's really what this is. Just kind of, it will figure itself out, I'm hearing. It will work itself out, and it will figure itself out. So whatever it is you're confused about when you clicked on this reading, or whatever you feel lost about, maybe where to put down roots, or where are you going kind of in the physical world, material, financial, even like what is your future, it will work itself out. But there's definitely a need to let go of this like grip, maybe. Here's that word love again. The grip that you have on certain things, or the way in which you've operated in your life. Maybe you've just come out of a cycle for some of you as well, where it was something that you got used to doing in a certain relationship maybe, or a cycle of life that it wasn't going to, it's not the same as where you're entering into now with this inner earth. It's supposed to be beautiful here now. It's supposed to be more easy. Yeah. I keep feeling like I need to say more, but then it's kind of, it goes back to this lavender. So I think that is the energy of it too. Maybe you're seeking for like further answers, but I just think that the answers right now are in the softness and the gentleness. And if you can, even in the work that you do, slow down maybe, or just kind of don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. Instead, take that extra time to ask yourself what you need. And it may not be an easy process. It may not be something, especially if there's codependency here. If there's things that with the moon are not easy to admit or to look at within ourselves. With the mirror here, it could be. But yeah, I will leave it here. I hope that this reading could find who it was meant for. If you did resonate with it, let me know how it connects with you. And don't forget to give it a like and to comment down below. If you would like to check out our Patreon community for extra exclusive readings, I'll have those details below. Also for booking a private reading. So I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.